Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. On this week's episode, we're joined by Courtney Shields, who will tell us all about her improvisational journey. We'll play a couple games and most importantly, learn how she improv'd her life. Let's hit it. Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Lee Evans, and today we are joined by the fantastically talented Pitbull impersonator, Tennessee volunteer, Courtney Shields. Oh my gosh, the studio audience, if they were mic'd right now.
They're going crazy.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Electric.
Calm down.
Hey,
It's just
sit,
me.
sit down.
I'm just a normal girl.
Sit down. Guys, we're all Courtney Shield fans here in the house, but we need to maintain some decorum.
Please.
Thank you. Ma'am, in the front. Hey.
Calm.
You put that energy drink away.
I'm not signing your baby.
No.
Oh my God.
How many babies have you signed in the past week?
4? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's
tough.
That's got to be a record.
I know.
It's more babies than like most famous people sign, I feel like.
I know.
Your numbers are
I'm a giver.
way up.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do. So Courtney Shields, when you're not signing babies, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing so good. I feel like daylight savings just happened. And so I'm still, it takes me like a little bit to cope with that. So I'm still adjusting. Like, I feel like I should be going to bed right now, but it's 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Yeah.
It's been
After 6.
dark for 2 hours. So if I fall asleep, sorry.
That's okay. You know, that hasn't happened yet. Maybe to the listeners, but not anyone on the show.
Oh no.
So that would be a first. And you know, we like celebrating firsts here. So that would be exciting.
Okay, great.
I think the folks at home would be like, "Oh my gosh, someone fell asleep."
Fresh.
Okay,
great. I'll see.
They'd be listening. They're like, "Oh wow, yeah, this is a deep sleep. She's in her REM cycle right now."
I've talked in my sleep plenty of times, so
There you go.
I could still maybe podcast.
That would be
a new premise.
Oh my gosh, I think we'd go mega viral if that
I think
happened.
so.
Yeah, a sleep talking podcast. Very first time this has been captured. Wow, that's actually a good idea. We should write that down.
Okay,
it's
in there.
All right. So Courtney, looking at this sign up here, how do you know this old place?
Yeah, I actually haven't been here that long. I started classes in August of this year.
Okay, nice.
My good friend Mo, who I think you know,
Mo money, right?
Mo money, Mo problems. But no problems with her. She's so great.
Yeah.
Shout out Mo, love you. We met, and she told me about this place, and she knew I lived close, and knew I wanted to get in some reps, as the improv people say. I love improv lingo. And so, I just strolled up here in August. Yeah.
There you go. That's amazing. All right. Well, shout out Mo. Mo was a guest on our camp chat episode. I think that came out 2 weeks ago.
No way. I need to go listen.
Yeah. She was, I met Mo at camp. I'd never met her before, but she was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
So
I'm
good.
Big fan.
Yeah. We can say bad stuff too, though. If there's anything you want to, on the record.
I hate her.
Okay. Wow, you heard it here first, folks. Courtney Shields and Mo have beef. Major beef.
We could bring that to the podcast. First podcast.
Beef. Yeah, I don't think there hasn't been any beef with anyone. Well, I've been pretty good.
Oh, I was gonna say we're going to get some tea.
Well, it's a couple studios, I think, where I've just been like, this improv place, but...
Oh, spicy.
Yeah, I have my opinions. Everyone does.
Yeah, that's fair.
And my opinions aren't necessarily right. They're just the ones I have.
You're entitled to your wrong opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me be wrong. All right, Courtney. So before we jump into our interview, we got to play some 3 things.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so 3 things. I'm going to give you 3 categories. I'll name the category. You list 3 things from it. Beautiful. But it's about you. We're making it personal. So I've scraped the internet. I've hired the best private investigators, detective agencies, and spent countless hours Googling, Twittering, Instagramming. No, it was really just Instagram this time around. You couldn't bring in the full squad.
Thank God. Yeah, they're busy.
That informs our game of 3 things. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
These are 3 things. First category, concerts you've been to.
Okay, Pitbull.
1,
Silk Sonic.
2,
Taylor Swift.
3. Very nice. Ooh. Second category. Things from Tennessee that are not in California.
Okay. Oh, fall leaves.
1.
My family.
2.
The volunteers.
3. Very nice. Last category. Bits you commit to.
Oh God. Okay. Staying on a really bad date for too long.
1. Oh.
Pretending to be someone that I'm not in public.
2. That's a good one.
And like pretend bit fights with like my roommate.
3. These are 3 things. Very nice. Very nice. I respect your answers on that one. We'll loop back. So that first category, concerts you've been to. Why'd I ask you about concerts?
I'm assuming because you scraped the old Instagram.
Yep.
And I went through a phase not that long ago. I was going to concerts and, you know, everyone wants to look really like cute and hot as they should. And I'm not one of those girls. It's like, I'm not like other girls, but I was just like, I just want to have fun. And so I'm assuming you saw the Pitbull post.
I did.
Where
Fantastic.
Wore a bald cap and was Pitbull for the Pitbull concert.
That's amazing. I mean, I think for Pitbull too,
it feels right.
That's kind of the best.
Yeah, it feels right. It was awesome. It was like people were pulling me, asking me for pictures, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm a celebrity."
It made it more fun for you too.
I had so much fun.
Yeah,
yeah. It was a blast.
So yo, it's Mr. Worldwide.
The spirit of Pitbull came over me that night, and I was just like, "Dale." So I love him.
Yeah.
I love Pitbull.
And it sounds like you've been on a tear. I mean, Taylor Swift, that was what, like 2 months ago?
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Down at SoFi Stadium?
Yep. That was insane. We were in the nosebleeds of SoFi, and, you know, it was still incredible. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah, Eras Tour.
I also saw Harry Styles.
Kia Forum, right?
Yeah.
I had a coworker who went to that once.
Yeah.
I was like,
I have really unique and interesting music interests that nobody else has. Like, I don't think anyone else is fans of Harry Styles or Taylor Swift.
I mean, the range too of like, I was at a Pitbull concert and then I went and saw Harry Styles and then I saw Taylor Swift. That's a lot of range.
I mean, I would call it basic, but also range.
I don't know, but Pitbull's Mr. Worldwide. It's for everybody.
Yeah, he's for everyone.
The world is everyone.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But Silk Sonic, that was the best concert I ever went to.
Oh, man. That would be a ton of fun.
It was the best one.
Those guys.
They take your phones away, so it's just, it all's up in here.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I'm a very, I'm an anti-phone at concert person.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
I don't ever go back and watch it. So
no one does. Doesn't sound good.
No.
And
it looked like I'm in the nosebleeds of Taylor. Like you just see a little ant. And I'm like, oh.
It's like, guys, it's definitely her, okay?
I promise. I was there.
Now, I did something. I don't know why I did this. I was at a concert last night. And I posted a photo from the concert. But I didn't take any video. I took one photo. And that was the first time I've done that. I've been on a bit of a concert tear lately.
Really?
But which is not normal for me. It's just kind of a phase that I'm in. And that was the first time I posted a photo of the actual concert. And I thought, as I took it, I was like, what am I doing?
Who am I?
And I just went up on the story and then
you have a crisis.
Oops.
Oopsies.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's gone.
You me.
It's in there. Yeah.
What concert was it?
It was No Name. She's a rapper.
If it's not on the top 50 Billboard, I clearly don't know it.
I don't think she is. She's like popular, but not like that tier. Like it was at the Wiltern.
Okay.
Yeah. So, good size venue, but not SoFi, not the Forum.
Sure.
Yeah. But it was a ton of fun. She has a new album-ish a couple months ago called The Sundial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
I like her stuff.
Maybe I'll dress up in a costume for her concert next time.
That could be something. She has a book club. So you could dress up as a book.
A book.
Yeah.
I will do with anything like that.
People would like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. People would be like, yo. They'd be like, oh, it's the No Name
real
book
ones
club.
get it.
Yeah. Really, though. That's like a deep cut. So there you go.
There we go.
All right. That next category. Why'd I ask you about Tennessee?
Because that's where I was born and raised.
Whoa. Born and raised. BNR. What? I lost it. You said Fall Leaves. That was one of those things from Tennessee. Your family.
My family.
And then you said the Volunteers, right?
Tennessee Volunteers.
Tennessee. Oh, man.
Yep. It's a little scary when you go out there. Everyone cares about sports so much, but it's like you're born into it. Like people are like, I bleed orange. And I'm like, I really do.
Yeah. And
It's crazy.
People care way more about the volunteers, the Vols, right? Than the Titans, right?
Yeah. My family has tickets to Titans games and I'll go, but I normally go for like the soft pretzel for those.
Ooh.
But like for the volunteers, I'm like painted up. I'm in the overalls, like I'm giving my all.
Yeah, you're
to
like
Tennessee that day.
Orange and white. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go. I think they got Archie Manning right now. He's on the bench.
I think so.
The backup quarterback, right?
Yeah, but they just had I was at the game where they started Will Levis. Will.
Oh, the Titans. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Titans. Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking about the Vols. But
the
Will Levis
Vols-
started.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did great. Did the Vols
really good.
quarterback? Did the Vols? What's his name?
I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah. Why would you know? I should know.
I very loosely know college football. There's a few names I know, some schools, but I'm not a.
I just keep up with my teams, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that all that really matters?
I guess so.
Yeah. You have a team.
Unless there are some dudes that are like, they have 5 different screens up and they're watching every game that's going on.
That's a lot.
I couldn't care.
That's a lot. This is too much.
Too much.
Just stick to a team.
Yeah, just pick one.
Yeah. All right. So Tennessee. Born and raised. Last category. Why'd I ask you about bits?
I'm guessing is also with your really intense internet scouring. That's
So
my
intense.
bio.
Yeah.
There's not a bit that I won't commit to. Or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually verbatim.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
There's not a bit I won't commit to. And I was like, we'll see about that. So I thought that was great. So I appreciate you're like, this. Especially like acting like someone else in public.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
What are the consequences?
That's what I'm saying.
As long as you're not breaking the law, right?
Yeah, no, I've never broken the law. I hate getting in trouble.
Is that a bit? Do you think if you did commit a crime, like to the police, would you be able to be like, hey, it was officer, it was a bit?
No, yeah, 100%. I'd be like, it was a bit. It went too far.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
I was committed.
It was for the craft.
You're like, oh, my bad. Hey, take those handcuffs off.
She's good.
That was a good bit.
She's clear. That was good. Yeah.
Oh, man, when you robbed that bank, you got me. I thought
that was you. I'm like, no, man, it was not me.
character. I would never.
I literally would never.
Never.
That was chartreuse. That wasn't me.
Chartreuse. Oh my gosh. Chartreuse, the word has come up 2 weeks in a row on this podcast.
No
we were talking
way.
about the color last week.
Weird. Spooky. Spooky season's not over.
Spooky season, that's true. November is just late Halloween.
It's, yeah.
I still have we still have a little witch on our door at home, so there you go.
Keep her up.
Yeah. So that's a little broom, yeah. There you go. Halloween is alive and well. Okay, that was the last category. I was like, next category. Nope, that was it. All right, thank you for playing Three Things, Courtney. But now it's time to get to the nitty gritty. The reason why we're here, improvisation.
Yeah.
So I want you to think back, dust off the annals, the history books of your mind. I want you to think back, when was the first time in your life you heard about a whisper, a glimpse of improv? When was that?
I'm sure no one on here said this before, but I think the earliest I can recall is Whose Line.
Classic.
But I don't think I fully registered what I was watching when I was little. I just thought it was really entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think I put 2 and 2 together. Even though they literally they say it before every show, everything's made up. This is improv. And I'm just like, woo.
I don't know what that is.
Whatever.
Let's play.
I'm laughing. But I feel like that's probably the first thing I can really anchor it to. And then I have a really vivid memory in middle school. I went to a small school and they were trying to throw in like electives here and there. And they threw in the option to do an improv class. And I think it was just like literally run by like a gym teacher who like Googled improv games. But a bunch of us like signed up for that one. And I just remember laughing like the whole time. Like we were like crying, laughing. And I'm sure it was chaos. We were middle schoolers. It was probably actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember that. But that's probably the earliest memories.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Whose Line? I mean, classic. I think for a lot of people, I think we're around-ish the same age. So like for our generation, a lot of people like late 90s, early 2000s,
Right. They raised
Whose
me.
Line? Yeah.
Those are my dads.
All of them.
All of them.
Colin Mockery.
Yep.
Drew Carey.
Yep.
Ryan Stiles. There it is. Harry Stiles.
They're all my dad.
Wayne Brady, Jonathan Mangum. There's some other guys whose names I can't think of.
It was like the core three, though.
Yeah.
And then, the rest.
Ryan, Colin, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that they had like that.
The others like
kind
my
of forced spot.
stepdads. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Stepdads and dads.
Messy family.
Hey, we all have our past.
We all have it.
Our past. Some of us have, 8 to 10 dads.
I mean, it's my story. It's my truth.
Yeah. And I can't deny it. All right. So from a young age, from middle school, I mean, that's a pretty young age to do some improv. Even if it's middle school improv, you're probably getting up playing some like short form games, I bet,
Right.
like Expert or, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Growing up, were you interested in performing at all? Comedy, theater, any of that stuff?
No. Well, I think I was, but like I said, I went to a really small school. Also in middle school, I was interested, so I auditioned but we only had musical theater. Like there was no theater or anything.
It's middle school.
Right. And I mean, in high school too, it was only musical theater. And so I auditioned and they put me on stage crew. I was like in 6th grade. I was like, you couldn't have made me a tree, like something.
Wow, that's a little harsh for 6th grade.
I know. I was like, I'm not doing that, and I quit. And that kind of crushed my performance dreams for a long time, I think. And growing up, my parents put me in a lot of sports, which was like I loved playing sports. So I just kind of stuck to those, and I didn't really think about performing until a lot later. Yeah, but that really crushed my dreams.
Well, 6th grade, they're like, all right, Courtney, you're going to roll in the barrels.
Yeah, they're like, you're going to close the curtain. I was like, oh, no, thanks.
Like, wait, what? Do you remember what it was you auditioned for?
I don't remember what the play was, but I do remember, I mean, it's my own fault too. I didn't prepare anything, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to sing.
Yeah, I feel less bad, but
I was in 6th grade. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't a prodigy, but I was like, oh, they just want me to sing a couple lines from a song. So I think I went in with Bubbly by Colby.
Oh, yeah. Started in your toes, and then it just went from there.
And I was so nervous.
Yeah.
A tragic scene. Like, honestly, I'm like sweating thinking about it because it was really bad.
Oh, that's a great
But yeah, they were like, stage crew for that one. Like, she can't be on the stage.
We gotta keep that bubbly girl off the stage.
Behind the curtain.
Is that Colby Calais, right?
Yep.
What's she up to?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, she kind of fell off.
Yeah.
I'd go to her concert.
Yeah. If she performed bubbly, I'd be interested.
I would go as a bubble.
That'd be great.
Yep.
I'd go as a crinkled nose.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Or like a toe. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'd be like, look, it starts. That's where it starts.
This is where it starts. Yeah, start here on your shirt.
Oh, that'd be good.
We're onto some good stuff here.
Yeah. Oh, man. Colby Calais. Shout out, Colby. Hope your life is good, I guess.
Hope your career is...
You probably made bank, so whatever.
Yeah, you're probably chilling.
Unless you squandered your money.
Then seek help.
Write another hit single.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtney's got you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Okay. So, stage crew, crush dreams.
Yeah.
Focus on sports, which, definitely understand. I think I had the opposite trajectory where I tried out for basketball in 6th grade, didn't make it, and was like, And then, I did a lot of theater. I mean, I did play sports too, but they weren't my main thing. But,
Sure.
I was doing sports because you just do. But this ain't about me. All right. So, boom, high school. You didn't really do any performing in high school. You were focused on the sports.
Volleyball.
Hey, volleyball. Yeah. What position were you?
Outside hitter.
Outside hitter. Nice. Okay. I was a libero.
Amazing. Respect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun sport. Play volleyball.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. So you graduate high school. You go to college.
Yep.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. University of Tennessee.
So you're in high school. Does that, do you move beyond your stage crew fears while you're in college? Is there any performance opportunities? You're on campus?
Kind of. So
Kind of, yeah.
I did worked with youth, and I had the opportunity a little bit to kind of like create sketch characters in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
And do performances like that, and they were just ridiculous. And it was really quick. Like, you just kind of created a wacky character. You had a couple sayings, and then you would introduce like a game that the kids would come up and play or whatever. And so that was a little bit of like the rekindling for me of like the organization kept asking me to like be the game person and do the sketch, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy kind of being on the stage and making people laugh and wearing stupid wigs.
Yeah.
And so, but that I didn't like think much of that at the time. I don't think I realized that's where my trajectory was going. But that was like the only little bit I really did in college.
Yeah.
Until the very end.
Until the very end. What happened at the very end of college?
I was going through a crisis and I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Like it was really stressing me out. I'd changed my major a million times. Landed on communications, which is just like the broadest degree I could find and the least math. So I was like, that's great.
Those are good reasons.
And I love to talk. And it was like my senior year, my dad won a like comedy show tickets on the radio for Henry Cho. He like, it's from Knoxville.
Yeah.
And he comes back every year, does like a little show. And so he won tickets. We went to the show, we went to dinner, and he was like, have you ever thought about doing this? And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know it was an option.
Yeah.
Kind of like put that on the side. I was like, that's my dad. He's just trying to be encouraging. Yeah. Ran into a family friend like 2 weeks later after that instance. And she's a stand-up, Leanne Morgan. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
She just had a Netflix special come out this summer. Grew up with her family, played volleyball with her girls.
Wow.
I ran into her at a store and we were just catching up. And she was like, have you ever thought about pursuing comedy? Like, I knew at your age that's what I wanted to do, but I was too scared. And like, have you ever thought about that? And I was like, oh, did you talk to my dad? She was like, no. And I was like,
whoa.
What?
Yeah.
And so she told me about all the things that you could do with comedy. And she was like, have you ever thought of like improv, or told me about like the major schools? Like she was telling me about Groundlings, Second City, UCB.
Yeah.
She was like, you could go like try a class, like see if that's what you want to do. And that just kind of snowballed. I was like, wait, like I think I want to try it out.
Yeah.
So
like, whoa, there's something here.
Yeah. Passion? What? Yeah. So that's kind of where it all began.
Yeah, that's really interesting too. Like within that like 2 week span, you know?
It was weird.
You're like, wait a second. My dad texted you.
That's what I literally was like, oh, my dad's like conniving behind my back. That
He's
worm.
out to get me.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was kind of my like, okay, maybe I need to kind of be paying attention to what I'm really feeling, because it feels like a selfish thing to pursue too, like to want to pursue comedy. Like,
sure.
I think I've always watched it and been like, that's so fun. That's something I want to do. But then it feels weird to be like, I can do that, I think. Because you're kind of like, I'm admitting that I think I'm kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it feels weird a little bit.
Like, I'm worth watching. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So leaned into that and came out here. I think it was the summer before I graduated. And I did a Groundlings workshop just because that's one of the places.
Yeah, it's a good way to get your foot in the door. Kind of.
Leanne told me about. Yeah, that was a crazy intro to. Sorry. Hello. That was a crazy intro to improv for me, and that was like, that's really kind of all I've known. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so you came out just for a little summer, get a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Groundlings, it's a good place to get your foot in the door. I mean, there's a lot of people have come from there.
Right. Little intimidating.
Will Ferrell, Kristen Wiig,
just to name a
Melissa
couple.
McCarthy.
Exactly.
Maya Rudolph.
Everybody.
The others.
Other people.
Jim Rash. That's one.
Yeah.
Flo from Progressive.
Yeah, she's there a lot of Wednesdays
yeah,
still.
she is there.
Yeah.
Mindy Sterling.
Mindy.
Annie Sturridge.
Yep.
Friends of IFTP.
Yeah.
Just to plug us.
This place.
Yeah, I was like, oh, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, yeah. So how was that experience coming out here, getting your foot in the door?
It was just one of those like click moments of where I was doing it and I was like, oh, I'm loving this. And like, I can like my family's behind me in pursuing this. And so that was really cool too. And I feel like rare in a lot of cases, but, of like, oh, like if I can kind of merge this thing that's like really exciting with something that I want to do for the rest of my life, like why not try it? And I think it was scary, but I think the idea of not trying it was scarier. I was like, I would hate to like just go back home and know in the back of my head that this was an option, but go the safe route of like going and doing whatever you do with a communications degree and get married and like settle down, which in the future, sure. But I think I was like, that at that point scared me more than not giving it a shot. So,
absolutely. Yeah. All right. So you had that experience. You go back. You finish college.
Finished college. Yeah, I made it that far. I was like, I gotta finish it, I guess.
Yeah. Bachelor's degree, not worth as much as it used to be.
Right. But it was worth less half of a bachelor's degree.
That's true. Got me there. Okay, so you finished college. You're like, oh, I hate groundlings. What led you to moving out here?
I honestly, what you'll find out is I didn't know much, and I still don't know a lot of like what I'm doing, but I think I was just kind of like, that LA feels like the place to go. Like it feels like the place where there is just an abundance of opportunities and people who want to do the same thing. And so since I'd already kind of dipped my toes into like a workshop, I was like, I'll just go back there, I guess. And my plan was to move beginning of 2020.
How'd that go?
Didn't move. Like this crazy thing happened. I don't know if you heard or if it was just in Tennessee. But it was like COVID, and so I couldn't go.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, it was like it's cold, so now.
We were just fine here.
You were chilling here.
Just regular life.
I should have moved.
Nothing changed.
Dang it.
It wasn't devastating.
Yeah, no one's life was altered.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was the plan, and then I kind of had to just sit at home and work my restaurant job for that year, and then
what could you do?
I mean, and I think that time at home was good too. Like, it all happens for a reason. But I was able to move in 2021, and things were still kind of shut down by the time I got here. It was like June 2021, so things were still primarily online and stuff like that.
Schools hadn't opened up.
No, and so I was kind of able to like make friends before I really dove into the improv world, and so that was great. But once everything started opening up, I think I kind of started, honestly, beginning of this year. Like I auditioned for like the main track at the Groundlings and started that beginning of this year, and met a lot of cool people. And so I feel like the balls only really started rolling this year, but it's been great.
Well, because of that thing you caused in 2020.
Yeah, I started it.
Yeah. Communications majors.
I can't. You
committed a little too much.
I committed really hard. Sorry, guys.
Global scale.
My bad. It wasn't me. It was a character.
Got it. All right. So you kicked off 2023. You're like, all right, I'm here in LA. I'm going to do this. While I'm here working, establishing myself, I'm going to try out comedy. Yeah. So that's kind of been your thing in 2023. And how has it been going so far? Like, what's your experience been like?
It's been a journey. It's been really cool. It's been really fun. I think I landed here. I met Mo, and I was kind of just like talking with her outside of a Groundlings class, and I was like, I felt nervous that I'd maybe jumped into all of this a little prematurely of like, I was meeting all these people who've been doing improv for years and years and years and years. And I had just kind of started, and I felt like I was a little in over my head. And the Groundlings is more of like a program that you move through, and it's like a pass-fail system. And I'm like, I'm still learning the rules, and somehow was like still sliding by. But I still wanted to like find an environment where I could play, as the improvisers say, and like
get some reps in.
Yeah, get some reps in. I love it. It's like when you get a new job and they just won't call it a Zoom. They call it like a team sync, and you're like, just call it a meeting. But we love the lingo. But play, get reps in, all the things that improvisers say. I love it. Yeah. And she brought me here, and I think this has been like a really like freeing experience for me of like probably improv in the way that it should be in its purest form of like having fun. And I think that I'm slowly kind of feeling like I think the rules were really great to learn, and the Groundlings is a great place to start and to still be, but it's also been cool to kind of grow into like being more comfortable and feeling free and like really just having fun and realizing it's like not the end of the world if you have a really crappy scene in class. Like you sit down and the world continues to spin and it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Like you sit down and my brain's on fire and I'm like, I cannot believe.
God, I have to quit.
I'm like, oh, I am moving back to Tennessee.
Like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, I got to go get my master's in something.
In communications.
Give me more communications. I clearly am horrible at it. Like I did not communicate the who, what, where, why. But
terrible.
So yeah, I think it's been a cool progression of finding fun and freedom in comedy, and also I think finding a lot of friends too. Like that's been kind of in the past few months of finding a lot of people who want to do the same thing and creating stuff with them outside of class.
Yeah.
And that's been really cool too, and something that moving out here I was really looking forward to doing, of like just finding those people where throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks and just making stuff for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been cool.
Yeah. What kind of stuff have you been making or working on?
So this is a Mo fan podcast, I think.
The MoCast.
The MoCast.
Yeah.
She actually just filmed something. It was like a spoof of like an 80s dating thing, and she kind of let us like bring in our own character. So I brought in a character that I had kind of been workshopping at the Groundlings, and that was really cool just to like watch her come to life in like a different situation. And then some friends that I've also made that we're doing like a little writing group every week and just maybe throwing some sketches out in the world, filming it on an iPhone, calling it a day.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. So that's been like, it's been new and fun for me.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Mo.
Shout out Mo.
The 80s dating video.
Yeah. When it comes out, y'all be looking for Sue. That's who I played.
Eyes up for Sue.
Yeah. She's a nut.
Those 80s dating videos were crazy. So
they feel like spoofs themselves.
Yeah.
Like the people that, the things that they're saying are so out of pocket.
Yeah.
But
Damn, Phil.
they're just like looking for a lean. One guy literally was like, I don't want a monster that just eats all day. And I was like, couldn't
nice
be
guy.
me.
Nice guy.
Yeah, good heart.
Nice guy. Just super, accepting.
Yeah, love it.
Oh boy.
What's his number?
Where is he now?
Where
is he now?
Please, if you're still around, call me.
Let me know where you at.
Let me know. I'm interested. I never eat.
I want to meet you.
Call me.
Oh man, that's insane. Yeah, I'm glad. Things have evolved. I don't know that they're better, but they're different.
They're different.
They're different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as an improviser, I feel like in the past year, particularly starting in 2023, you've probably done a lot of classes, a lot of work. How do you feel you've grown as a performer, as an improviser in that time?
Yeah, so much. I feel like, when I think about starting classes beginning of this year to now, like I said, I feel a lot more freedom to play. And I think I still am really aware of areas that I would like to grow. And I think that's probably a continuous thing. But I think kind of figuring out what's important in a scene. And I don't feel like I was ever someone that was just like, I got to get like a one-liner, like witty one-liner in. But realizing that the funny in a scene is really in like the small, simple stuff. And like, just like why it's important to me as that character in the scene. And it could literally be like the peanut butter jar in the wrong cabinet, and then you can just make a scene of something so small. And I think realizing of like it doesn't have to be this major thing that's never been done before, but it can just be a small thing that you just make a really big deal.
Yeah.
And so that's been really cool, just to play around with different characters. Groundlings is like really character heavy, I think, is kind of their MO, and so that's also been really interesting and makes me feel a little crazy of like how many personalities I can pull out of myself. That's been a fun thing to play with. And I really enjoy like playing as characters. I think that frees me up a lot of like, that kind of separates me and the scene a little bit. And I think I was kind of struggling. I kept getting notes of like, you have good instincts, like lean into them. Like, do the thing, like go 100, like do it. Cause I think part of Courtney was still in there that was like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't like sit on his lap in this as me in this scene, but like this character would, like this character would be all up in his business, or respectfully with his consent. But I think, just kind of full sending it in scenes and being able to separate myself from the character and just having a lot more fun and freedom of like, these scenes can be pretty boundless.
Yeah.
So
they can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you taking have you taken the 201 class there?
I just finished the second level. I'm kind of waiting. I think the third they call it like Improv Lab or whatever. Yeah. So I'm kind of waiting for one that works with my schedule at the moment. Yeah, and I like want to dabble in UCB too. And I feel like all the places, I feel like you can't do improv enough.
Yeah, it's fun to try them all.
It's a little bit of a disease. Like I'm like, where else can I lay?
What else you got?
Yeah.
I know that 201 class. That one's like super character focused, right?
Yeah, the last thing they have you do is like the final thing is called 5 Through the Door, and it's am I allowed to say this? I don't know. Sorry, groundlings. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
They're gonna take me out back and shoot me.
She said it in public. Nobody said it in our 40 years of history. We've kept it a secret.
Yeah, they're just gonna take me out back and shoot me.
This is actually gonna be your last public appearance in the Groundlings.
Mom and Dad, I love you.
Mr. and Mrs. Groundlings are gonna come get you.
Honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make you come in with like 5 characters and they have to be really distinct. And so that makes you feel a little cuckoo crazy, but it's fun. Like but it's very character focused. I think the first one is, basic or level 1 is very like the rules and
who would where
what improv is. Yeah. And then it's kind of, they go into their flavor of character improv and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's their big thing over there. Those characters.
That's their thing.
They love them characters.
I love them characters. Yeah. I think it fits well too. I enjoy doing characters, so that's been fun. Yeah.
I think that's part of it is like, I definitely support like your journey of wanting to try like a lot of the different places, because I think there's like sort of like an underlying improv philosophy that different studios have. Yeah. And you got to find the one that like really like.
That's what I'm learning.
Meshes with you.
Yeah. So I think, just kind of dabbling in everything and seeing what kind of fits best. Yeah. Is what everyone should do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're all different. They all have different things that are like their specialty.
Right.
So just like find that, try it out, take some classes.
Right.
Plus, you might meet some cool people or some crazy people. Or,
both.
Yeah, you never know.
I've met both.
Yeah, but only good IFTP.
Only cool here.
Yeah.
They don't let the crazies in.
Yeah, thank God. We keep them out. They're all outside right now.
Just banging on the door.
Please, I want to do improv. I want reps. No reps for you.
No play for you.
No play. It's so sad. All right, Courtney, do you have anything that like in class right now? Like I know you're in IFTP classes right now. Yeah. Is there anything like week to week? Like you have class tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wednesday class. Shout out the Wednesday class.
Shout out. Just switched. Haven't met them yet.
Okay. I used to do the Wednesday class. Like that's where I started at IFTP. So I love the Wednesday class. It was the only one I ever did. So I don't care.
Yeah, I'm switching Monday to Wednesday. They don't like me. I'm just gonna go back to Monday.
Nah, it's a good group. It's changed a lot, but it's a good group.
Okay.
There's still some people. I think there's still some people who are in it. I was in it. It's like almost 2 years.
Crazy.
Yikes.
Ooh, move on. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'll probably be here 2 years later.
Yeah. That's kind of the fun. You gotta get your reps.
Yeah, I have to. It's a gym.
Yeah. So what are you? Do you find yourself like coming in a class here, like an objective? Like, hey, this class I'm gonna focus on my initiations to scenes. I'm gonna focus on my characters. Wow. Yeah. Is there anything like that you're working on in this moment?
Yeah, I think I do consciously or subconsciously do that every class. I think pretty consistently, I definitely want to just push myself to like initiate, like just be comfortable in what the improv world calls like the gray space and like just pushing myself out there more to be in that area and, kind of taking the reins of some stuff. Cause I think for a while I had to battle with not wanting to start scenes because I didn't want to like step on the person that I was with's toes. And then I, shout out Mo, suggested a book.
She keeps coming up.
She's changed my life. Yeah. She suggested a book, Improvise from the Scene Inside Out. I read it, I promise.
Is it the McNapier book?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it.
Yeah.
But basically It talks about kind of like that in the book and taking care of yourself, and helps you kind of take care of a scene, and you're helping your scene partner by like making strong choices. And so I think I kind of come into classes here and I'm like, I'm going to make some choices and then deal with the consequences if they're bad. Absolutely. And like, that's improv. And so, yeah, I think I'm kind of just working on being confident and making choices and rolling with stuff. And, characters come out, I think, just naturally, but I don't come in here with like, I'm going to test out this character and see how it goes.
Get my reps with Sue tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to see how Sue vibes with these people.
Yeah. Every scene you're Sue.
They're like, hey, Courtney.
Shouldn't do anything else.
Something else, yeah.
I'm going to know but that.
No, but. Yeah. No, but yeah, I think that's probably the main is just like, just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, strong initiations, like, don't worry if they don't make sense. You will figure it out in the scene.
Yeah, it's the that's your job anyway. That's improv. Yeah.
100%. All right, Courtney, we've got a couple more questions for you, and then we're going to play some games.
Okay.
All right. So thinking about improv, like in your journey with it so far, what would you say has been the impact of improv in your life? Maybe outside of class, like has it spilled into other areas?
Yeah.
In your day-to-day?
Yeah.
When you're seeing Harry Styles,
right?
Watermelon Sugar,
exactly. Yeah, totally. I think so. I mean, I think I've always been a really sociable person, not really shy by any means, but I think improv in my like everyday life, I definitely feel like it has given me a confidence of like. I can just kind of, you can talk to, improv is literally a conversation. Like the root of it is listening and reacting, and that is conversation. And I think in work or just in life, it has helped me be like a better active listener. And I think I've gotten a lot more comfortable and confident with myself too. Like I said, admitting that this is what I kind of wanted to go and do with my life felt wrong. Yeah. But when I go home, I think, especially this year, like, with everything kind of happening this year of doing classes and stuff, I think I've just gone home and felt way more comfortable in my own skin and to kind of just like shoot the shit with people and like, I don't know. I think it just feels, I feel like, improv has kind of unlocked like myself in a way. And I've kind of let that out more with the people that I love rather than kind of, I think I can, and not in a bad way, but I can be a chameleon and I can kind of like mirror like how whoever I'm interacting with is having a conversation with me and I can kind of give you whatever energy you're giving me. But I think now I'm kind of just coming in as myself and like, if you like it, that's great. If you don't, that's okay.
Your loss.
I'm coming for you. For the bit.
Watch out.
Bit.
Commit the bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's really great. And I think too, like if you feel that way too, like being able to go home and just like, I don't know, have that kind of, I guess, satisfaction. You're like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine you're probably feeling like, oh, I can't wait to get back. Like when you do visit home. And,
right.
Yeah.
It's cool. I think it is kind of hard going home, and a lot of people don't understand what it looks like to want to pursue comedy. And I'm like, I hardly know. And I'm like, if there was a 3-step program to being successful in pursuing comedy, I would have done it.
Yeah.
But I think just kind of little affirmations here and there of like, this is still what I want to do and this is still what I enjoy. Then I'm kind of able to go home and be like, yeah. Because there are people, people are like, let me hear a 5-minute set of your stand-up.
Oh, you do comedy? Yeah. Tell me a joke.
If I had $1 for every time that was said, it's unreal. And I've just started saying, not for free. And they're just like, oh, ha.
Oh, she's good. This kid's real good, I tell you. Star power.
That's you. That's your funny one.
Yeah, Courtney Shields.
Yeah, she's going to be big.
Oh, you better look out.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting having to go home and explain. But I think knowing and feeling inside myself that it's what I really enjoy doing,
that's great. What counts.
Yeah.
All right. So looking ahead to the next year, we're almost in 2024. Yikes. I mean, it's It's 2017. Things are good. No, no. So thinking about looking at, let's just say to the next year, next calendar year. So let's say November now to next November, right? Are there any kind of comedy goals or like aspirations that you have?
Yeah, I probably should.
If you don't, that's okay. If you
No, I
want to make
do.
one up right now, commit to the bit.
Be on a podcast. Check.
Done. Well, your year's set.
And I'm gonna go sleep now for 12 months.
Great. That sounds like a great plan.
No, I think be like doing shows. Period.
Yeah, performing.
Done. I think doing shows would be really fun. Not that that's like what you have to do to say you've made it, but I think that experience would be really cool to kind of get under my belt and start doing a little bit more and figuring out ways to do that. Doing some shows. I think once all the strikes are over, dabble into what does the acting world look like?
Commercial auditions.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun stuff.
I think, those are probably some goals of like doing a show and dipping my toes in the auditioning world. Yeah.
Ah, that sounds great. Sounds great. Man.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah. Oh, got it. It came back. Sorry, this the mental capacity tonight is like 12%.
Hey, that's okay. It's daylight savings.
That's daylight savings.
It's what it is.
Daylight savings.
Your body's saying go to bed.
Yeah. I normally go to bed at 8 p.m. So, no. Okay. How are you interested in doing stand-up at all? Like, I know people back in Tennessee, they're like, oh, Courtney, you're my favorite. When's your Netflix special?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Yeah. And you say comedy, and that's the only thing that people think of. They're like, yeah, stand up.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm like,
it.
Okay.
That's all you can do.
Sure. Sometimes I just go with it.
When's your open mic night?
I'm like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just send them somewhere. I'm not there. Yeah. I have definitely thought of it. I took a class and I like came up with like a 5-minute set, but I haven't really done anything with it. It's just I still want to try it. Like I want to just do it and say I've done it and go from there. And if I love it, I'll keep doing it, I guess. Yeah. But I think it's scary because I think it's just you. I mean, you could probably come up with a character and go and be that,
could do that.
and
that's
stand
like,
up.
Steve Martin, that's what he did. Yeah, coming up.
But I think in my head, I'm like, oh, it's just me going up there, and if people don't like it, they don't like me.
Yeah.
And with improv or sketch, you're a character, and it's like, if that bomb wasn't me,
it's like, well, that seems
Sue.
done.
Yeah, that was Sue. It wasn't me, and it's over. But I think I would try it and see how it goes. I can chat. Not that that's what stand-up is. Stand-up is like a crazy art form. Yeah. But, I would give it a swing.
Yeah, I mean, you already got the 5-minute set. That's all you need.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, if it sucks, do it again. It'll get a little better the next time.
Right.
You got to get your reps in.
True.
That's true with everything, unfortunately. It's all just reps.
It's crazy. Yeah. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, oh, I just committed to wanting to do a career of constantly being
repping
and failing and repping and failing, and
it's gonna be a lot of that.
It's so cool.
Just a lot of that.
So fun.
But you know that now, so it's gonna be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like you're aware of that. You're like, hey, I'm like 9, 10, 11 months in to all this. I see how this is gonna be. I'm down for it. I'm here for it. And that attitude will keep you going.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to get like disheartened. You'll be like, man, when am I going to get $1 million?
Yeah, why am I not on the big screen?
Yeah, I haven't starred in a young adult film franchise yet.
A Netflix original series has not reached out. Weird.
What the heck?
I'm leaving.
Yeah. I think you got the right attitude. And it's gonna pay off for you.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Ready to do some improv, Courtney?
I guess so.
Courtney Sue Shields. No. I don't think that's your middle name. Is it?
No.
Is it Sue?
Could you imagine?
That'd be wild.
It's Elizabeth, aka like the third most popular middle name.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Right under like Anne and Grace.
Yeah, and Grace. I mean, Elizabeth, solid name. Solid name. It's got a lot of great nicknames you can pull from it. So, yeah, Liz, Liza, Lizzie, Beth.
So true.
E. L.
E-L.
E-L.
F.
F.
We're on a roll here.
Yeah.
I'm changing my
hey,
name.
this is my homie ethamphetamine. No, don't call anyone that. Bethamphetamine. Oh, that's a dope nickname. Yo, cause she's addicting to hang out with.
Boo. I'm stealing that.
That's my time. Thank you.
This is my podcast now.
Yeah. Hey, Bethamphetamine. If you're a rapper,
No, that's
that'd be a
hard.
great stage
That
name.
goes hard.
Yeah.
I'm stealing it.
Yeah, Bethamphetamine. You're like, I'm Courtney Bethamphetamine Shields.
Amphetamine Shields.
Dang.
Back up.
Blocked by the shield.
Whoa.
There you go.
So much to work with.
There's a lot to work with in there.
Writing it all down.
Yeah,
on my
write it all down.
spacework
Bethamphetamine. That's bad. Okay. So the first game we're gonna play is a simple word association game, and this one is it's a little silly. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna play word association. We're gonna go back and forth. Just first word that comes to your head. We're gray spacing a little bit, and at some point, we're gonna go. It's a little bit of verbal ping pong, back and forth. I'm gonna tell you to go into a rant about the word you said. Just a rant, a 1 minute monologue, whatever that is. Just off the top of your head. Gray space. Easy. Yeah. Easy.
Money. Easy.
All right. So to get us started, looking around the room.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're going to say a word? And
Yeah.
I'm going to say a word.
Yeah. We're just going to go back and forth for a
Until
little
you
bit.
stop it.
Until I tell it to
Just
stop.
clarifying. Okay.
Just clarifying. The wheels are coming off.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Let's go Nike.
Shoe.
Lace.
Box.
Christmas.
Tree.
House.
Mickey.
Go into a rant. Monologue.
Why, Walt, if you were still alive, I would need to talk to you. Why did you make your mascot a rat? Like, that's just the rodent that we are constantly trapping and trying to get out of our houses. You gave him the biggest house in America. Mickey Mouse. You could have literally chose any other creature. It could have been a dog. It could have people love Mickey Mouse, I guess, but like his voice is kind of, why a mouse? You know what I mean?
People are asking.
They have little weird tails. Ugh. Walt, when they unfreeze your body, we're chatting.
Blackout. It's pretty good. I mean, I think that should be the first question he's asked once he's thawed.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Period.
Why did you do this? That's a good point. Do you think... Okay, there's like Big Pharma and all that. Do you think
Why?
Big Mouse?
Methamphetamine definitely knows.
Sorry, dumb question. Big Mouse was behind Big Rodent.
Oh my God. So much
Easily, right?
crime
God, so much crime.
and
Big cheddar.
scandals. Yeah. With cheese. Cheese as in money.
The cheese. That's a good point. Bethamphetamine would know about cheese.
Not Courtney, though.
Not Courtney, though. That's just a bit.
It's a bit.
Bethamphetamine's a bit.
It's a bit, I swear.
All right. So the next game we're going to play, this will be more like a scene. I'm just going to give us a structure, then we'll jump in. We'll do it. It's called Genre Mashup. We've done variations of this game in the past, but this is a new version. So we're going to combine two genres, and we're just going to play kind of a scene based off of that.
Okay.
So the initiation I'm going to give us, kind of help us out, and then I'll black us out when we're done. Sci-fi cooking show.
Ooh.
Sci-fi cooking show. Pass me that moon rock, will you?
I will gladly pass you this moon rock. Oh, gravity was turned off.
Good observation, Chef Bot.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Richard. Today, this omelet, it's not like any other omelet we've ever made before on this show.
Oh my gosh.
It's from an ostrich egg.
It's an ostrich egg omelet.
Yes.
And Chef Bot, these are no ordinary ostrich eggs, are they?
No, Richard. These ostriches were found on Mutatopias.
You're utopians.
Yes. This planet that no one else has found but myself. Spicy ostrich eggs.
So spicy.
I'm just letting it cook for a while.
Just letting it cook. This is fascinating to see. Yeah, I love your omelet technique because you really let the egg speak for themselves.
Exactly.
And I think our viewers at home could appreciate, letting your omelet breathe a little bit.
Breathe, have its time before it is consumed. We're really, conscientious of the egg's life. During, after. Oh, it's ready.
Wow.
It just cooked itself because
it's incredible.
We're in the future.
We're in the future, yeah. And you don't need to add any spices, nothing like that.
How dare you suggest that we do anything to this already perfect ostrich egg from Neurosinopia?
Neurosinopia. You're right. I forget that the natural flavor of eggs from Neurosinopia, any spice would tarnish the natural rich flavors of that velvety texture.
Precisely. Glad you've learned.
Yeah. And for our viewers at home, your earth eggs may require a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, but we're planning to start selling these eggs on earth within a matter of months, and you'll be able to experience these rich, delicious flavors.
They'll be available at your local Costco for $7.99 a 4 dozen.
4 dozen. Wow, 48. Ostrich eggs for $7.99. That is a great deal, Chef Bot. And I believe you were telling me before the camera started rolling, besides the omelet, there's a number of other delicious dishes you can make. One, that I remember you mentioned was just the old deviled space egg. Could you tell us a little bit about the deviled space egg?
I'm so glad you asked. The deviled space egg, you see, we take the ostrich egg from
Let's say that at the same time.
Yeah. We take that egg and we present it to the devil himself. And we make a sacrifice with that egg.
Because his planet's not far from here.
We're neighbors.
Yeah.
We kind of like this.
We're real tight with the devil.
Just civil. And he decides if he wants to bless that egg or not. And if he blesses that egg, then it is deviled.
It's deviled. Wow.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And there's only a few eggs that actually pass that test that become deviled.
Precisely.
So those are going to be a bit more exclusive once we start bringing those to Costco's near you.
Precisely. Yeah. Those will be, tell them, Richard.
Yeah. You're going to be able to get a Chef's Robots dozen for the low price of $28.76. $1,000 dollars. Yeah, so brush off those Costco memberships, folks, and come get the devil. Get to swiping, and you'll be wiping your plate clean.
Oh, eating the plate.
Crunching
on glass.
Munching and crunching.
You gotta get every bit of residue of that deviled egg.
Yeah, you'll say, "They never knew the devil tasted so good."
That's the tagline.
That's it.
That's the commercial.
That's it right there.
We're onto something. This is now a marketing scheme too.
Oh yeah. Well, all cooking shows exist to sell something, including this one.
That's so true.
Blackout.
I love how I was a robot and then I wasn't.
Yeah, well, you were a very dynamic robot.
I was AI, and I've evolved.
That's all you need to say.
In the span of one scene.
Machine learning.
Immediately.
You were learning. You were like, wait, this is not a natural voice.
Wait, I don't feel like talking like this anymore.
Yeah. So I
bailed.
There you go. See, but you justified it just now.
Yeah, I'm AI, so I just learned from you.
Yeah. I also know, I was totally like pimping there too, because that's half the fun.
Yeah, right.
Just be like, tell me about that recipe.
I love it.
You know the recipe, right?
You made that, right?
Hey, tell me all 10 steps of that recipe.
I kind of love when people do that, because it's like, I think the audience eats that up too.
Oh,
like, people like... She doesn't know.
Yeah. You know the Constitution, right? You could recite that. Do
I'm
it.
the perfect person to do that too because I know nothing.
Well, then that's more fun because then you're just...
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So everything is made up.
There you
Everything
go.
that comes out of my mouth is
There you
made
go.
up.
That's perfect. All right, Courtney, we got one more game we're going to play here tonight. Can you, off the top of your head, can you just think of give me some examples of catchphrases?
Catchphrases.
Yeah, catchphrases.
Like go big or go home?
Go big or go home. That's great. Give me another one.
Okay. Butter my buns and call me a biscuit.
Butter my buns and call me a biscuit. All right, give me one more. So we got go big or go home. We got butter my buns, call me a biscuit. Give me one more.
A catchphrase.
Yeah. Give me a catchphrase.
Why am I blanking on catchphrases? This is improv.
Go big or go home, Courtney. Butter my buns and call me biscuit.
Call me a biscuit. They don't make that like they used to anymore.
They don't make that like they used to anymore. I think with the pause in there, it's perfect. All right, so you've given me 3 catchphrases. Tell you what, we're going to go with butter my buns and call me biscuit.
Thank God.
Because it's electric. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give us a suggestion of a location. And your character, you've been given a catchphrase. You're going to fill in the rest. And we're just going to play out a scene in that location and use that catchphrase to influence you.
Okay.
Drop it in the scene.
All right.
All right, so let me grab our location real quick. So we're at a construction site.
Perfect.
We're at a construction site. Catchphrase, butter my buns, call me biscuit. Black us out when we're done. Here we go.
Hey, I think I'm going to make my 10 a 20, if that's all right with you.
Carl, you can't take advantage of company time like that. That's...
Says who, Bobby?
Says the boss. You know, I'm trying to go for a promotion, but if someone on my team is taking advantage, I might have to speak up and say something, Carl.
Bobby, don't you dare go tell the boss nothing.
But
Don't. I swear to Jesus.
okay,
I know where you live, Bobby.
if we're swearing to Jesus, then I won't say nothing.
That's what I thought. I'm just trying to sit here, enjoy my Taco Bell.
Understood. I mean, that does look pretty good. I see you got the cheesy gordita crunch right there.
Have to.
It's one of the best menu items.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh, and it's looking supreme.
It's supreme.
And are those the cheesy Fiesta potatoes? Carl.
Bobby.
All right.
You know.
Look,
to feast on this, I need 20.
you do need 20.
I need to
You
savor
shouldn't have to
it.
be rushed. You know what? I'm going to take a 20 with you.
That's the attitude.
I'm going to take a 20 with you, Carl.
Butter my buns and call me a biscuit, Bobby.
Well, chewy.
Put it there, Bobby.
Put her there. Buns buttered.
But my buns are buttered. I'm just glad that you're here. This apartment, the tenants, they're supposed to move in a couple months. They're not going to move in a couple months.
Yeah,
what's the difference between 5 months and 4 months? If you're really thinking about it.
Some might say 30 days, but not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Some might say 10 minutes. I might say 20.
Some might say. Now,
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Couldn't tell you, Carl. Now, I don't mean to unbutter your biscuit there, but check out my lunch. I got a pretty sweet home-packed meal. You know, I ain't one of them fancy eating out types. Don't mean to brag, but
Let me see it.
I packed something wicked fierce. It's a bit of lukewarm clam chowder. My favorite temperature. The butt of a loaf of bread. And baby bell cheese.
Butter my buns and call me a biscuit, Bobby. That is a deluxe lunch right there.
I know it.
Did Priscilla make that for you?
Priscilla did. She She loves to pack me a
just a
sweet
doll.
meal. She's
a
the
doll.
doll of dolls. If she were a doll in a doll shop, I'd pick her every time.
That's just adorable.
Pick her every time, Carl.
I just wish I had a Priscilla for myself.
Hey,
It's fine.
Carl.
It's fine.
Carl, hey, don't get down on yourself. Let me tell you something.
It's fine.
You know, the best, most fulfilling part of my life is not building apartments all day. It's not eating the ends of a loaf of bread. That's up there.
It's up there, though.
But it's having someone to share those ends of the loaf of bread with. And I want you to find that someone that you can share your Crunchwrap Supreme with. Someone you can share your cheesy Fiesta potatoes with. Someone you can share that can hear you crunch and your cheesy gordita crunch.
I think that's sexy.
It would be absolutely sexy. There's nothing that gets me going more than watching Priscilla eat the end of a loaf of bread.
That's just what I want, Bobby.
Just whew.
That's what I want. That's the meaning of life. Life isn't just apartments and Crunchwrap Supreme.
Gourmet lunches.
It's who you share it with. And I'm glad that I'm sharing this apartment building with you, Bobby.
And you know what? I'm glad to be here with you too. On this 10, that is a 20. Heck, maybe it'll go into a 30.
It's a special day. It just might have to go into a 30.
Yeah. I've realized the error of my ways.
I'm glad that you met me here. You know, you met me in the middle.
Yeah. I see your philosophy. I see you.
We found what's really important here.
We found what's really important.
This brotherhood.
His brotherhood. And, well, since you don't have someone at home to share that fine Live Mas Taco Bell with, would you mind sharing this end of the loaf of bread with me?
Only if you'll share the gordita crunch with me.
You will butter my buns and call me a biscuit. Blackout. Oh, fantastic.
Ridiculous.
I'm glad we ended up going peas in a pod there. Yeah, that was more fun.
It's more fun.
That was more fun. And
I love being friends.
I think I want to work construction now.
I think that they have a good time.
That's like the general vibe, right? Basically what we just did.
They didn't lift a finger.
Taking long lunches.
Right.
Wearing cool hats.
We're in the wrong industry.
We didn't even talk about our vests that we probably had on.
This whole
belts,
get up.
The accessories.
I didn't take my helmet off once.
We could have talked about cool workwear like Carhartt.
We could have talked about anything in regards to construction, but we didn't.
Tools, besides us.
That was good.
Yeah. That was all right. I should have looked at the camera for that one. This was a dumb joke. Okay. Well, Courtney, thank you for doing some improv with me. Before we conclude tonight's episode, are there any final words of wisdom, words of advice, words of butter buns that you want to leave us with here tonight?
Oh, no. Wow. I guess only advice I can give is anything I can really speak on myself is, if you find something that brings you a lot of joy, just do the thing. Just go do that thing. And don't live in fear of what people are going to say or how you'll be perceived while you're doing it. Like, if it sparks joy in you, then you should go for it. That's all I got, I guess. And Dale?
Dale. From Mr. Worldwide. Pitbull.
Yeah, he always says,
give it to me.
Every day above ground is a great day. Remember that.
There you go. So
done that.
Something that sparks joy, do it. And every day above ground.
And if you're having a hard day, awesome. Pitbull's had a harder day, and he's been there and he's done that. So
true. He's worldwide.
He's worldwide.
All right. Well, thank you so much again to Courtney Shields for joining us on tonight's episode of Improv for the Podcast. As always, you can find Improv for the Podcast anywhere you can find podcasts, including YouTube. Come check us out. See our faces as we share a loaf of bread. Well, just the ends. As always, we'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, we'll see you next time. Improv for the Podcast was created by Matt Moore and Michael Lee Evans. Edited and produced by Michael Lee Evans. And finally, presented by Improv for the People. Interested in more IFTP? You can visit us at improvforthepeople.com or on our socials, such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Remember, new episodes are released weekly. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.